What's going on, guys, and welcome back for another Madden 23 Falcons franchise gameplay. For those of you who are new to the channel, man, go ahead and do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. I post a lot of franchise gameplays here on the channel, and I would hate for you guys to miss out on a single episode. But for those who've been following this Falcons franchise for a while now, we're now in week number 3, getting ready to take on the Seattle Seahawks. A battle of the birds here in week number 3, and these birds over here are still looking for their first win of the season. Alright, it's been a rough start to say the least for the Falcons. They just can't seem to get anything to go right. We got embarrassed by the Saints in week number 1. Just stomped by the freaking Rams in week number 2. We just could not slow down the passing attack or the running attack at all. Hey, you know what they say, third time's the charm. Hopefully we're able to get a win here up against the Seattle Seahawks in week number 3. This game is going to be played in Seattle, and everybody knows about the 12 and how difficult they make games to be played up there. But let's take a look at the roster. Drew Lock is going to be the starting quarterback with 4 touchdowns, 1 interception so far on the year. Kenneth Walker III is his running back, and DK Metcalf is by far his top receiver with 5 catches for over 100 yards already. So we see what the Seahawks have to offer. We're probably going to put AJ Terrell on DK to help slow him down. Hopefully, let's go ahead and get to the game and hopefully get our first win of the season. The 0-2 Dirty Birds from down south have traveled west today here in week number 3 as they get ready to match up against the 1-1 Seattle Seahawks. It has definitely not been an ideal start to the season here for the Falcons, as we have dropped our first 2 games in horrible fashion as our defense just has not been able to bounce back, but hopefully they're able to here. But it's going to be the offense taking the field. Desmond Ritter going to start under center, play action fake to Cordell Patterson, looks to go deep downfield, and he ends up getting sacked there by Barton, losing 8 yards on the play. Backed up here on second down, Ritter looking to throw deep one more time, doesn't see anything but checks it down in the flats to Kyle Pitts, gets a nice gain of 4 yards. Third down to 14, way behind the 6 here. Desmond Ritter looking to go deep downfield to Kyle Pitts one more time, and Kyle Pitts bails him out there with a nice catch there up to the 47-yard line, keeping this drive alive and definitely just saved us there. First down and 10, we're going to go to the ground attack here with Cordell Patterson. He's searching for any type of daylight, but he's going to be stopped after a gain of only 2 yards on the play. The ground attack with Cordell Patterson is something that we need to go to a little bit more, as we end up finding Kyle Pitts wide open there on the sideline. That's going to be enough for a first down. But yeah, the ground attack with Cordell Patterson is something that we're going to have to go to. It's definitely going to help Desmond Ritter, and that will help him in a big way as he ends up finding Justin Ross all the way down to the 10-yard line. First down and 10, we're going to hand the ball off to Cordell Patterson one more time. Breaks a tackle, falls into the end zone for the first touchdown of the day for the Atlanta Falcons. And now I can finally get my point out. But yeah, we really need to go back to the ground attack a little bit more with the Atlanta Falcons and Cordell Patterson, because he ended last week's game with 126 yards on the ground. Now, he did have that fumble that I'm still not 100% happy about, but still, we need to make sure that we're feeding him enough on the ground to help us maintain our offensive flow and not going too pass heavy with Desmond Ritter and all these tall receivers that we have, as it's now the Seahawks' turn, and Kenneth Walker putting that man in a mix. He's off to the races inside the 10, the 5, touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. And I guess they're showing, hey, anything you can do, we can do a little bit better, as Kenneth Walker just took that one all the way himself, 73 yards into the end zone, and that's just been the really the running joke, the big problem for our Falcons defense, man. We can't stop anybody at all, it seems like. It doesn't matter if they're running the ball or passing the ball. We just have holes all over. It's just straight up ridiculous, man. First down after the touchdown given up by our defense, we go to Cordell Patterson in the flats, gets a nice gain of 8 yards. Second and 8, we end up finding Kyle Pitts across the middle of the field. He's fighting for extra yardage. He's going to finally be brought down at the 47-yard line. Great start to the day here for Desmond Ritter as he's passing for 6 for 6. Make that 7 for 7 as he finds Patterson in the flats, and Patterson finds himself in some open room. He's into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. Cordell Patterson is just showing that he can do it on the ground or through the air. It doesn't matter. Just get this man involved in the game plan, and the kick there by Koo is going to be up and good. 14-7 lead here for the Falcons in the first quarter. And now we just need our defense to step up and pick it, man. Like, are we going to stop the defense? Are we going to stop the offensive run, or are we going to stop them passing? I mean, right now, we just need to slow down Kenneth Walker, as dude has got 1 carry for 73 yards. He's set for a big day on the ground. He's trying to get involved in the passing attack, but not the same as Cordell Patterson. He's going to be stopped for a gain of only 2 yards on the play. Second down here for Locke. Feeling a little bit of pressure, but nobody's coming through. Taking a deep shot downfield for Marquise Goodwin. He's got him. Goodwin all the way down to the 25-yard line. Locke starting off with 2 for 2 passing. Going to go back to the ground attack here with Kenneth Walker. Tries to get the outside, but A.J. Terrell is able to stretch that one out to the sideline. Gets him down for a loss of 3 yards on the play. Second down 13, right back to Walker. Stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Behind the 6 here on third down. Chance to get off the field for the Atlanta Falcons. Locke is going to be the empty set formation. Sending the blitz. Locke hit his ear, released that ball, and it looked like it could have been intercepted by A.J. Terrell, but he just didn't have his head up, and that ball was still almost caught by DK Metcalf, but it was dropped. The Seattle Seahawks are going to have to settle for a field goal, and now our Falcons offense are in a pretty good position. We just scored on our previous 2 possessions. We find ourselves with a 4-point lead and ball. Let's go ahead and bump this lead up to a 2-score game and really start to apply the pressure to Seattle. Algiers in there for his first carry of the day. The backup running back goes backwards for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Second down and 12. Cordell Patterson's back there in the running back position, but it looks like we're setting up a pass play here with Desmond Ridder. Has the time in the pocket, firing for Justin Ross, and that was a little bit of a panic throw as we felt the pressure coming there from the Seattle Seahawks defense. Third down situation one more time. Ridder looking to throw, ends up finding Allen Lazard. That pass is going to be complete up to the 30-yard line, but it is not enough for a first down. Fourth down and 5. We're going to have to call on our punter to kick this ball away. And Seattle goes 3 and out for their first time today, and that was definitely not ideal right there. Just found ourselves in a horrible situation. Not the best play calling, and Seattle sent a little bit more pressure. I wasn't expecting them to be blitzing as much as they did on that drive. Second down and 6 now for Seattle, looking to take the lead here on this drive. It's going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker, who has some open space again. He's across midfield at the 30, 25, 20. Going to be dropped down at the 14-yard line by a Hawk. And oh my goodness, this man is just finding the open lanes up against our defense, and there's just nothing we can do about it, man. We just can't slow this guy down at all. Drew Lock just missed him wide open there. He could have easily walked into the end zone, but we will count our blessings there. Second down and 10 here for Drew Lock. Has all the time in the pocket. Ends up finding DK Metcalf across the field. That's going to be enough for a Seahawks touchdown with the field goal here by Murphy. That's going to make it a 3-point lead for the Seattle Seahawks. And that play right there, man, that just goes back to our defense. We can't get any type of pressure at all with our front four. We definitely need to be looking for a pass rusher, either in free agency or in the draft, because we can't continue to go on like this without being able to apply any type of pressure on quarterbacks, man. We're just not going to win too many games in this league with zero pressure at all. I mean, Drew Lock isn't the best quarterback in the league, and we just gave him all day to just sit back there and wait for DK Metcalf to get open, as we end up finding Justin Ross here in the flats. Ross has the first down, trying to get a little bit sticky with him, but that is not Justin Ross's game, but he has enough for a first down up to the 43-yard line. Right back to Cordell Patterson on first down, has the first down pickup, gain about 14 yards. He gets all the way up to the 42-yard line. Cordell Patterson has had his fingerprints all over this game, and he's getting them in the passing game one more time here on first down and 10. Gets a nice gain of 8 yards there to the 34-yard line. Ridder back to throw one more time. Has time, scans the pocket, going for the end zone. And that's going to be his first incompletion. 11 for 11 up until that point. Make that 11 for 12 now, as he looked like he might have had Lazard wide open. Definitely has Kyle Pitts open here on third down and short. That's going to be an easy pitch and catch for a first down. Approaching the 200-yard passing mark here for Desmond Ridder. Looking, firing for the end zone. Has Demir Bird. He's got him. The throw that puts him over 200 yards is also going to put points up on the board. And Demir Bird just ran a beautiful route there against the cover two and was wide open, and Desmond Ridder just could not miss that throw. He's only missed one throw today. So Desmond Ridder, whatever pre-game routine you just went through this week here in Seattle, keep that going. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now on at least offense. Defense is still questionable what I'm seeing out here, as Kenneth Walker gets another carry here on first down. Goes for a gain of 6 yards up to the 27-yard line. The 2-minute warning is approaching here now. Looks like the Falcons defense is going to put a little bit of pressure on Drew Lock. Snaps away. Lock has all the time in the world yet again. Going deep downfield for DK Metcalf, but he just sailed that one way far ahead of his guy, and that's probably why we didn't get any pressure at all, as Lucas ends up holding on the play, back the Seahawks up to the 17-yard line. Second down and 14 for Drew Lock with 3 receivers set off to his right, looking to throw one more time. Pressure coming through, but Drew Lock stands in there, fires to DK Metcalf. Ball's caught, and he ends up fumbling. Is recovered there by A.J. Terrell. Terrell returns this ball all the way down to the 14-yard line, and that is a lucky break that we definitely need. Booth is not going to review it, and the Seattle Seahawks aren't going to challenge it. First down and 10 inside the red zone already. Quick check down there to Drake London is going to be caught. Second down and 4. Handoff goes to Cordell Patterson into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the day, all coming in the first half. The field goal here from Young Wei Koo is going to be up and good. The Falcons now sitting pretty with a 11-point lead here in the second quarter with 1:18 left in this game. And I'm loving the fact that our defense came up and finally got us a turnover while we had the lead, allowed our offense the chance to go ahead and put more points up on the board, and that's exactly what we did. That's the recipe for success for us, man. If we can just get something like that going, get like an early lead or a little bit of a lead, and then just rely on 1 or 2 turnovers. Like, I don't need our defense to come out and win the games for us. I think we're far from that ever happening with this team right now, at least. But, I mean, we just need that 1, 2 turnovers would make me really happy, but at least 1 turnover that our offense is able to capitalize off of, and our defense is on one right now. We actually might have a chance here. It's 3rd down and 29. We might be able to get the ball right back to our offense with maybe 1 timeout, as Drew Lock's looking to throw here, looking to go deep downfield to convert. Does he release that ball? It's floating for DK Metcalf. He's hit. The ball falls incomplete, and 4th down and 29. We have 31 seconds left on the clock. We might be able to at least get in the field goal range to put even more points up on the board. Make this a even two touchdown game, as Cordell Patterson's just going to go straight ahead on the return, get as many yards as he can, gets up to the 46-yard line. Realistically, we're only about 20 yards out of field goal range, as Ritter's hit as he released that ball, had a man wide open in the flats though, and we have 1 timeout left, so the entire field is really open for us to throw the ball to, as Ritter steps up in the pocket on 2nd down, finds Allen Lazard all the way down to the opposite 38-yard line. There goes our final timeout with 13 seconds left on the clock. We're taking a shot for the end zone. Ritter's hit as he released that ball, but it's going to be complete to Allen Lazard, but unfortunately he's not able to get out of bounds as he's tackled by Jamal Adams, and that's going to be how the first half ends, with us taking a 11-point lead into the halftime break. So we got a little bit greedy there. We might have been in borderline field goal range, but at the same time I wasn't sure about the win, so I wanted to get a little bit closer at least, just in case the win was against us, and there's still a lot of time on the clock, so I didn't want to give Locke too much time. Not that I'm thinking that Locke would have been able to do something. I'm more worried about this guy Kenneth Walker, as he is over 127 yards rushing today. 2nd down and 6 now from the 25. Drew Lock looking to go deep downfield to cut into this lead. Hizzy released that ball. That one's going to fall incomplete. I love the pressure that's being applied by the Falcons defense. 3rd down and 6, a chance to get off the ball. Blitz is on. Nobody's getting through just yet. Lock's going deep downfield for Goodwin yet again. And oh, the pressure might have gotten in a little bit late and caused him to overthrow that ball. I'll take it either way. Our Falcons defense holds and gets the ball right back to Desmond Ridder with another chance to go up and put more points on the board, as Cordell Patterson's ushered out of bounds with a huge hit there. We're going to go ahead and make sure he's subbed out this time, because we don't want any mysterious fumbles. Algier gets his 2nd carry of the day. He's able to fight forward for a gain of 2 yards. That gets him back to positive yardage. Well, not really positive, gets him back to 0 yards gained today. 2nd down and 8. Ridder ends up connecting with his tight end Kyle Pitts in the flats, turns that one upfield for a nice chunk of yards, gets to the 37-yard line, and we're moving nicely on this drive, going right back to the ground attack. This time Cordell Patterson gets there, and you never like to see injuries happen in this game. There goes one of our offensive linemen. 2nd down and 6. Handoff goes to Patterson, and Tariq Wooden takes his knees out after a gain of only 4 yards on the play. Looks like he's going to be okay. It's going to actually be our tight end that was injured on the play. We'll bring him back. He'll be all right. He'll live. 3rd down and 6 here for Ridder. Ends up firing for Lazard, and he's got him one more time. This connection that he has with Allen Lazard is really paying off, as Desmond Ridder goes over 300 yards passing so far in the game. And dude's only missed on 2 throws. 1st down and 10. Ridder looking to throw one more time. Hit as he released it. And oh, That ball was caught for Justin Ross for a moment, then he ended up dropping it. Honestly, I think that could have been classified as a fumble because dude came back and caught the ball, turned upfield, and just dropped it. But hey, shout out to EA. It's third down. Ritter's under pressure. Hitties to release that ball, and it's going to fall incomplete. Fourth down is going to bring on Younghoe Koo to kick this field goal from about 35 yards away. That kick is going to be up and good. The Falcons end up pushing their lead to 14 points, and we're feeling good about the way things are going right now to this point, man. I mean, granted, we haven't really figured out a way to slow down Kenneth Walker, but if we're able to get the Seattle Seahawks behind on the sticks and force them to throw the ball here with Drew Lock, really, that's the name of the game. That's how we're going to end up winning this game. But they end up handing the ball off here on first down to Kenneth Walker, gains about 6 yards. We're not really at that point in the game where the Seattle Seahawks need to think about just cutting the running game out completely. And trust me, as they're not, as on second down, handoff goes to Kenneth Walker yet again, and he's loose down the right sideline into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. And the Seattle Seahawks are not out of this one just yet. At this point, man, I don't know what is going on with us and slowing down the running attack. It's just not existent. I just need to come to Jesus moment to happen over there on the sideline. I need the veterans on the defense to get together and say, hey, guys, we are just straight up getting embarrassed out here in the NFL against the running attack. Like, we are the worst rush defense in the league right now, by far at this point. I don't even know if those stats are legit, but that's how it feels right now. First down and 10 here for Ritter. He looks to throw, can't find anybody, dancing around in the pocket. He's going to go down, takes a sack, losing 10 yards on the play, and that's not how you want to start a drive off. Second down and 10, we go to the ground attack here with Cordell Patterson, finds some open room. Cordell Patterson has the first down and so much more as he crosses midfield, down at the 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Cordell Patterson has saved the drive, and he's letting Kenneth Walker know, hey, you can break long runs and so can I, as the lead goes right back up to 14 points for the Atlanta Falcons. And this is what I'm talking about, man. We need to go back to the ground attack with Cordell Patterson. Dude has 4 touchdowns on the day so far. Granted, one of them came through the air, but he's like a freaking Swiss Army knife out there. We got to get him involved in this game in all aspects and not really just lean heavily on getting him involved in the passing game like what I feel like I've been doing more or less. But yeah, also getting him involved in the passing game as we're going for DK Metcalf. That one's going to be intercepted by Oliver. There's the second turnover of the day that I was looking for. 14-point lead and possession of the ball. This drive right here is a put-away drive for us, man. The clock is against the Seahawks. We have possession of the ball. Just take our time, get it in the end zone. I don't even care who gets in the end zone, but it looks like it's going to be Cordell Patterson. He finds some open room down the left sideline. He's across the 30, across the 25, and he's going to be brought down there by Wooden at the 19-yard line. But yeah, making a 21-point lead here in the fourth quarter, that's just basically going to cancel the run game for the Seattle Seahawks if they have any hope of coming back in this game. But, I mean, hey, with the 21-point lead, if you're just going to run the ball, I would honestly just let you. We just got to stop you from breaking those long runs. First down and goal. We go with the jet sweep here to Justin Ross. Tries to get to the edge, and, oh, he stumbles out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Almost a touchdown there for Justin Ross. Second down and goal. We go with the RPO bubble here to Drake London, and he might have actually lost like half a yard there. He's going to be tackled there. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Empty formation here for Desmond Ritter. It's going to be the design QB keeper, and Ritter says, you know what, I had enough of this. I will take this one myself into the end zone. The Atlanta Falcons now have a 20. Oh, Younghoe Koo. Come on, Koo. It's just going to be a 20-point lead instead of a 21-point lead. But still, same thing applies, man. It's still a 3-score game for the Seattle Seahawks. They have just under 6 minutes left. As, oh, my goodness, they're getting smacked on these returns. Where's the fumble? But, yeah, they have under 6 minutes left, a 20-point lead. They need to get into the end zone as quick as possible. You're not going to really want to run the ball to get that done. Granted, it's been a tough day here for Drew Lock as he's not even over 100 yards passing yet today. He's really struggling. They have no choice but to go to the ground attack as Walker crosses at 212 yards on the ground. That's just stupidly ridiculous. Third down and 5 here for Lock. He's trying to dial one up deep. That's going to be an interception there by Hawkins. He's going to have an easy pick right there, trying to make this a pick 6, and DK Metcalf showing his speed in the return as he came back for that one. I thought DK actually gave up on that play, but credit to him, he didn't. First down and 10, handoff goes to Cordell Patterson, tries to break another one loose, and at this point, man, I'm perfectly fine with handing the ball to Cordell as much as possible, run this ball as much as possible as well, and like I said before, clock is not on the side of the Seattle Seahawks, so whatever I can do to take the lead away, I'm perfectly fine even with finishing this drive with a field goal. I don't necessarily have to get into the end zone. First down and 10 here for Desmond Ritter as we're just letting that clock drip down. He's going to snap the ball with 5 seconds left, hand the ball off to Cordell Patterson. Barton's going to tackle him, but not until he picks up a gain of 5 yards. Cordell Patterson slowly but surely approaching that 200-yard mark on the ground for himself. 2nd and 5, that is not going to help the total as he actually ends up gaining a yard in the play somehow. Thought he might have lost a yard or two on that one. 3rd down and 4, handoff is going to go to Cordell one more time, and Barton's going to be there to stop him in the hole after a gain of only a yard on the play. And we're going to bring Koo on the field to kick this field goal and hopefully make it this time. As he does, it's now a 23-point lead for the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm perfectly fine with this one, man. This game is all but over with. I feel perfectly fine with my Madden skills that I won't blow a 23-point lead with less than 2 minutes left on the clock. We just don't need to allow too many big plays to happen, as look at our defense stepping up. When they do something good, you got to let them know. They stopped Walker in the backfield for a loss of a yard on the play. Hasn't happened too often today, so when it does happen, we really just got to get happy. Let them know, it's like, hey, y'all did a good job, as that thought has just quickly left the building, as so has Kenneth Walker, as he's loose yet again into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the day. Kenneth Walker has he's tried his hardest to put his team on his back. It just was too little too late. They couldn't do enough. They couldn't overcome the turnovers that Drew Lock had. And that field goal is going to cut down the lead to a 16-point lead. And they're not going to go onside kick, surprisingly. I mean, they do have all 3 timeouts. Anything is possible, especially with Kenneth Walker on that side of the football. But we're just going to go ahead and run this ball a few times and see what the Seattle defense is going to do. We're going to hand the ball off here to Cordell Patterson. Tries to get the edge, and he's going to be tackled inbounds. And, yeah, Seattle's not going to call any of their timeouts. So 2nd down and 8, we're going to hand off one more time here to Cordell Patterson, trying to get him over 200 yards rushing. I'll feel a little bit better if he got over 200 yards while Kenneth Walker just completely obliterated the 200-yard mark on his day. But we're not going to press it too much. We're not going to go victory formation. 3rd down 8, clock winds down, and that's going to do it. We finally did it. We finally eliminated that goose egg on the left-hand column and gotten our first win on the season. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe for more Falcons franchise gameplays, and I will catch you guys in the next one.